Hello everyone, and welcome back to Soccer Unboxing. So welcome to another Figure Festival personal highlights video. Today I will be going over WonHobby G 2023 Autumn. I have a few figures to go over, and it's probably like the lowest list that I have on my figure collection page, because it's under 20 items, just because there was just some that stood out to me, but not enough that, I wanted to talk about. Again, I do like just personal highlights. I don't go over every single figure announced just because I just don't have much to talk about with some characters. And, I just want to point some of these out because of designs and of course ones that I'm interested in pre-ordering. Additionally, if you do notice that the quality is like better than usual, I'm actually using my sister's quite expensive camera. And the reason is because I actually dropped my iPhone 7, which is a fossil at this point. First time I dropped it, I actually cracked like the screen itself at the front, and it, busted the, front-facing camera, which was fine because I used the back of the phone, I guess that's what it is, to record. But then I proceeded to drop it again a couple months later, and the stabilization is whack. So essentially, I might put up, what I'm talking about on the screen, so it's like a little bit jittery, and needless to say, that sucks. So I asked my sister, can I borrow your camera, because my phone got messed up, and she, I'm very grateful that she allowed me to for this video. I mean, you probably won't notice for most part of this video because I'm going to be in the corner again, but for the time being, I'm going to use this camera until I get a new iPhone. But now, without further ado, let us get into my personal highlights from this recent figure festival. So we're starting off with, of course, my list that I will, of course, have linked in the description below, as well as, of course, the official WonHobby G 2023 Autumn page with all of the figures if you guys want to look through that. And yeah, I only have 17 items to talk about, not a lot. So we'll get started with the first one, which is more Nendoroid faceplates for Jujutsu Kaisen. We have from the top, we're going to the top left, working our way to bottom right. We have Gojo, Maki, Toge, Nanami, Sukuna, and surprisingly Choso, who's not even out yet, is getting an extra faceplate. Again, I only have like 4 out of the 6 of these. And usually on AmiAmi you do have to buy these as a set. I think on Good Small you might be able to buy these like separately, but on AmiAmi they sell it by the actual full box. Only thing I gotta say is, where the hell is my extra Toji faceplate? Even though I didn't pre-order his Nendoroid, I'm just like, where's my man at? Give me a nice goofy Toji faceplate. And that might make me consider actually picking up the Nendoroid. But yeah. Overall, I guess my favorites are... I do like Toge's faceplate, it's absolutely adorable. He's got like a slight blush there. And the Nanami, I do like the irritated facial expression, and they even sculpted in some veins to show that. The Sukuna one is like, it's, I don't know, not my favorite expression in the world. But again, I don't really collect Jujutsu Kaisen Nendoroids, so these are going to be a skip for me. Next up, we have this Nendoroid right here, which surprised me, which is the original Mame Hinata Nendoroid, which actually has a sort of like non-scale figure that's going to be made by Raibo, so this is of course by the illustrator Kameyama, who also did the Mina Hoshi-chan figure. And I really like this illustrator's art style. It's very cutesy. And I was very surprised to see this character remade to a Nendoroid. I believe it's a VTuber or something. I'm not too sure off the top of my head. I might put a description of who exactly this character is. And it makes me tempted to pick up the Nendoroid as well for the cuteness. I'll just have to see what they come with. For now, I'm probably going to stick with the actual Raibos figure, which is this one right here. Again, absolutely adorable character design. And again, I feel like that Raibos figure is going to be kind of the same price as the Mina Hoshi-chan figure, so we're looking at, I believe, around like 80 USD. The Nendoroid might be a little bit cheaper and actually comes with more accessories, but yeah, very tempting pickup, just because I love that character's design. Next we have this one, which I feel like a lot of people are rejoicing for. This is the Synthesizer V Kasane Teto Nendoroid, her sort of updated look, and I think she looks fantastic overall, although I haven't really listened to a lot of music that has Teto's voice used, but I like what I see so far. Now, I also want to make a note of this one because the original Kasane Teto Nendoroid is kind of crazy in the aftermarket. I guess she's just really popular. And yeah. So essentially what's going on is, yeah, you see Solaris, 27,000. That's a $200 Nendoroid, which is definitely not worth it considering this is like a very old Nendoroid. And yeah, people are willing to pay reasonable prices. Yeah, selling for pretty much 100 plus USD. So I'm very happy for all the Teto fans to get this sort of updated version of her. I do think she looks great, but not one I want to pick up personally. Next we have a Nendoroid I actually kind of forgot about, or at least I forgot the video game series, which is 808 from Hi-Fi Rush. I have still yet to play that game. But again, very cute cat design. I am kind of a sucker for like animal Nendoroids. Again, I have the Amaterasu and Shiranui Nendoroids, which I think look so cute. And this little guy is no exception. Again, unfortunately, I just haven't had the time to play the game yet, but I'm interested to see what other accessories that they come with. And then the pretty much like last Nendoroid I have right here is the Hatsune Miku X Cinnamon Roll collab. They did have some like updated pictures, and you know, they're painted. Super cute overall, very soft is the best way I can describe these two. Yeah, so Miku in a Sanrio style. And I do think, yeah, absolutely adorable. Although it's not really one Nendoroid of Miku I want to pick up. And yeah, very cute facial expressions. And I do like how Cinnamon Roll also comes with some extra accessories. I'm glad that they gave him some love as well. They didn't just, you know, standard Cinnamon Roll, how he looks. So this is actually, it is super cute. Yeah. I'm like thinking back, like, man, this is an absolutely adorable design. And very cute collab overall, so I'm kind of like torn on this one. I think it's, you know, very cute designs overall. So I'll think about it. It might be put up for pre-order soon, considering that it is now colored. Next up, we are moving on to some 1/4 frame figures. The first is the one bunny that kind of stood out to me for the overall pose and vibe, and that is the Kakegurui XX Saotomi Mary 1/4 B-style bunny version. I really like kind of the pose that she has, you know, the way she's kind of turned, and her hair is kind of just flowing out. It gives some motion to the figure, which I do like. And yeah, I can't tell certain parts of the figure just because, you know, she does have her arm up, which is covering some parts, and then the hair. I do like the pose that she has with her hand up there. And yeah, very nice overall, you know, for those Kakegurui and Mary fans out there. It would be nice for this one to go with, of course, the Yumiko Jabami 1/4 B style. Almost forgot which kind of figure that was. But yeah, they got a nice casino theme overall. I do like the outfit design that they picked for Yumiko. Yeah, it's different, you know, ish from your typical bunny suit. It definitely fits, of course, that casino theme that, you know, that the anime does have, or gambling theme, I should say. So yeah, very happy for the Mary fans out there. It's not one that I personally want to get just because I haven't watched all of Kakegurui, but it's very nice overall for the just pose and such. Next one we have is not a bunny figure, but a just regular 1/4 figure. And this is the Fate Grand Order Ultra Pendragon B-style 1/4 Saber Lily. Of course I had to add some Fate figures to this list. So yeah, I was quite surprised with this one and then the other figure after this. And I think she looks great. Not sure off the top of my head though what Ascension this is. I'll put it up on screen on the side. But it's nice to see we're getting like more 1/4 character figures. Again, Saber has had some 1/4 figures in the past that was made by Freeing. So We do have, of course, the regular Saber, Altria Pendragon, first and second Ascensions as 1/4 figures, and now we're getting more 1/4 Saber figures. So yeah, although I really, I'm happy and excited to see more 1/4 Fate figures, I don't plan on picking her up just because I don't have that much of an attachment to the character, but just nice to see overall. And then speaking of more Saber, we have the Saber Alter 1/4 figure. Again, very impressive, very exciting to see. Not sure what Ascension this one is off the top of my head, but it's once again nice to see. And you got like a big version of Excalibur right there, and so far the sculpt work looks very nice on her. But once again, I'd rather get a different type of Saber Alter figure. I actually have the Kadokawa kimono version, which I was anticipating because that was expensive in the aftermarket and they re-released her. But yeah, once again, just overall nice just to see like, character 1/4 figures instead of bunny figures. And yeah, so far she's looking great, but again, not one that I want to pick up for my collection. Next, we have one figure of a character that I actually kind of thinking about doubling up on, and that is the Kosaka Wakamo swimsuit version from the game Blue Archive. I freaking love Kosaka Wakamo's design, and while I'm not too into swimsuit figures, I feel like this one might be an exception for me. I like how different the fox masks looks from her, normal outfit design. Again, I don't play Blue Archive, so I'm not too familiar. This might be just a skin for the character. Yeah, and she looks great. I love her design so much. I like the flowers. I'm not sure how much they're going to include in this figure, if they're going to include the cooler, and as well as that table with drinks on it. I think that'd be kind of cool as well. Maybe even that chair that she has. But yeah, I just really like her design so much. And yeah, I'm just pulling up the Neon Max one that I actually did pre-order. And yeah, the mask is different. This design is just awesome. So yeah, I'm very excited for this overall announcement, and I'm thinking about picking her up. I'm really thinking about picking her up just because I love this character's design so much. So of course, very excited to see that one as an actual figure in the future. After that, we have one figure that is from a series that is a pretty popular manga and is getting an anime adaptation very soon, and that is the Dungeon Meshi, apologize if I butchered the character's name, Marciele? I'm not too sure how to pronounce her name. But this figure looks very great. I really like the base on this one with the little jackalopes. You got that pumpkin with a face on it. It just looks very nice. She's like taking a break from her travels. I'm not too familiar with Delicious in Dungeon or Dungeon Meshi as it's called. But I heard it's like very, very popular, so it's very nice to see that we're getting figures for this series already. And I just like the way this one looks overall so far, so very happy for the Dungeon Meshi fans getting some love, because there were some other figures announced in this WonHobby. And I mean, because of how popular it is, I might actually take a look at the anime that's coming up. Next, we have this Miku figure, which is the Hatsune Miku Beauty Looking Back version by Good Smile. So this is based off, I believe, I'm not too sure, it is from a Japanese art piece from a long time ago that's pretty famous, I guess, and they just put Miku in it. I do like the outfit design for this, just the flowers, how Miku looks overall. And once again, the sculpt works I think looks great. You even have like it looks like the outfit details are sculpted on there, which is like very impressive. Just not the type of Miku figure I wanted to pick up. I feel like I'm more into kind of like extravagant Miku figures compared to this one, which there is some beauty in sort of simplistic figures of her, but I think I just like more extravagant looking Miku figures, like for instance, I guess the Land of the Eternal Miku, I believe it's called, that I have. And then, like, Miku in streetwear clothes, like the Soul Wall Miku and the Lamb Rock Miku. That's just sort of, like, what I like to collect in terms of Miku figures. But this one is actually pretty. and hopefully it's not too expensive in the aftermarket. This one I believe has a Nendoroid out as well. But yeah, again, gorgeous character design, and you know, the gorgeous way that they made this Miku figure, but just not the type of Miku figure I would like for my collection. Next up, this one was announced that I'm looking forward to picking up because I love the character's design, and that is the False Slender Ronin by Kadokawa. So I think they switched manufacturers for the whole False Slender series. So Kadokawa picked up the Ronin figure, and I really love her design. But I believe Wing or someone else had the other character design, so I don't know why they switched manufacturer. But yeah, I just like her character design overall. Might be one of my favorite of the False Slender characters. So I believe right now we have 4 out of the 6 main to figures right now. The one that's to the left of the samurai, I don't know her name. She's has like a figure prototype out, and you know, of course, I'm still waiting for Hemet Nethel to release. So we're almost done with this set of figures. They look all great together. I feel like this is a nice set to have. But I feel like I only want to pick a select few characters from this series, and Ronin is definitely one of them. So yeah, interested to see just the overall paintwork on that one in the future. Then we have this one, which I feel like has been in like development hell forever, and that is the Max Factory Strawberry Shortcake Bustier figure. She looks absolutely adorable. I'm a sucker for the pink. Kind of has like a sweets theme to it with the base, like the top of a cake with some strawberries on top. A strawberry shortcake, I guess. So yeah, I believe this figure just hasn't been like had any work done to it in forever, and I'm like, oh, I remember this figure now. But yeah, very cute character design. Although, well, it does have a bit of a sweets theme. I like more extravagant sweet themed figures. Yeah, here's the original illustration. Sweets lingerie. I'm curious if there's any more then from this series. But yeah, so far, yeah, she looks absolutely gorgeous. And once again, Max Factory, while I don't have too many figures from them, they're definitely a very reputable figure manufacturer, and from these photos, she looks absolutely stunning. So, interested in the price tag. Because you know, depending on the price, I might consider her. But so far it's not like a super big attachment, but she looks excellent so far. Next up, we got yet another Fate figure. Yeah, by Aniplex this time. Aniplex did have some announcements, but this is the only one on the list, I believe. And that is the Fate Grand Order Merlin Prototype Pretender Lady Avalon by Aniplex. So, very nice sculpt work overall from what I'm seeing so far. I'm gonna see if there's any other nicer pictures of her. Yeah. Again, this is kind of the female version of Merlin. I do kind of like male Merlin, maybe a little bit more. I'm not too familiar with her character, that's why. But so far the sculpt work looks great. I do like the umbrella. Looks like it has some butterflies on it. I know Merlin is kind of like a flower theme surrounding him, so she does probably as well. But it's not one I wanted to kind of pick up. If I had to pick between this Merlin and another one, Alter is actually making just a regular Merlin prototype figure, which does look great. And I believe this one's actually kind of a swimsuit version, a summer version of her. Not one I want to pick up, but I do like the sort of sculpt and details that I see on her. Next up is a figure that excites me. I am actually thinking about picking this one up as sort of my representation for this character in my collection, and that is the Fate Grand Order Ultra Caster, or Castoria 1/7 by Good Smile. I do quite like the pose of this one a little bit, and just the flow of everything. And just the sculpt work on her staff, that is supposed to be a staff, it's not like a lance or anything, looks fantastic. So, I am thinking of pre-ordering this one like as soon as she goes up, and the reason for that is because Castoria figures have gone up significantly in the aftermarket because she is quite a popular character. I really also like kind of jumping to Aniplex The second Ascension version, I absolutely love the way this one looks. I think she looks fantastic. But the aftermarket for this one is something else. Okay, 200 on an in-game. Yeah, 250 plus, 230 plus USD for this one. It's crazy, just because of how popular she is. Even the Nendoroid has gone up quite a bit. Yeah, over $100 without shipping. Someone actually had her for pre-owned for 55, so that's obviously your best bet. 60. Yeah, this comment sums it up the best. But yeah. And then, of course, the third Ascension Aniplex scale figure, which looks great. I was like torn between, you know, seeing the Good Smile one and then this one. But the aftermarket for this one is also absurd. Once again, because of how popular the character is. So yeah, but I really like Castoria. I have been kind of reading through Avalon LaFay, and yeah, I do. The armor looks great, and yeah. I guess the one thing about the Aniplex one is just the face kind of looks a little bit off to me. But this one, compared to the Good Smile one, is based like straight up off her third Ascension artwork. But yeah, super impressive. Yeah. So while the Good Smile one doesn't have that many details, I do kind of like the face a little bit better on this one and just the pose. I guess the one thing I fear with this one is display over time, because she is kind of leaning. The weapon, I don't know how heavy that thing is going to be, and she might need a support rod. So that's just something to be wary about in the future. But I'm very excited to see her color. Very tempted to pre-order her because I really like Castoria from what I've read in FGO Avalon LaFay. And now we have this one. Very tempting pickup, but the price scares me off, and that is the Plantopia Alpha 1/7 by Good Smile Company. It has a cherry blossom theme, and hence the reason why I'm interested in picking her up. I'm not too sure if there's any other good pictures. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately this is all we're getting, but love the way the hair looks. I love the sort of black, gold, and pink color scheme that she has. And the weapon looks great with the weathering and shading. The only thing that scares me though is the price, which they announced way before this figure got painted apparently. And I believe this figure was made under, yeah, it was a Kickstarter figure, and it is 40,000 yen, and it's supposed to release in April of 2024. So right now, that's roughly 260 USD, which is very expensive. You know, maybe it could be a little bit less. Definitely not under 200 USD, but definitely, maybe I wish it was a little bit less. I'm very tempted to pick this up because, again, I'm a sucker for Sakura. I like the character's design, and I right now don't have much in April. I only have like one under 200 USD figure, so very tempted to pick up. And if you do want to pick this up, you know, Good Smile might have it on their website in the future. It would be best to pre-order off of there for that flight ride shipping, so that's just some advice I kind of want to give for those who are interested in picking up this figure. You might not want to pre-order this off of AmiAmi if it is up there, because the shipping will be awful in the future. Now the very last figure I have is once again another Fate figure, of course, and that is one that has also, I believe, been in development hell for quite a while, and that is the Fate Grand Order Oda Nobunaga Avenger by Good Smile Company. Now, I believe this one had sort of like special circumstance surrounding it. I did see like EX Kurogane make a community post about it, and yeah, I believe she was originally made by Aquamarine, who has since gone bankrupt, and you know, Good Smile has been picking up some of their figures. So it's nice to see that this one has been has risen from the grave. And I believe this is the first Ascension version of Nobu, and right now looks very impressive. I'm also tempted to pick this one up for the design overall. I'll make it close-ups of the actual face of the figure. But yeah, she looks great. I love the way the hair flows once again, the way her headpiece is sculpted, and she just looks absolutely fierce overall. So yeah, I don't have Nobu in game, but, you know, she looks very cool overall. But yeah, base also looks great. I like the way the skulls look so far on her. And this is actually, I believe, Nobu's first actual proper scale figure that's not a garage kit. Because she really does not have any, you know, proper scale figures. They're pretty much all garage kits. So yeah, but she looks great. Very interested to see her colored. And very tempting to pick up just because, you know, I'm in that Fate rabbit hole at the moment and I really like Nobu's design. So yeah, that overall concludes my pretty short list of figures. I also just noticed now there's not really any male characters in here, excluding the Nendroid faceplates, of course. Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I just noticed it now. But yeah, if I had to pick my top figures from the this WonHobby, the Fate figures, I mean, kind of a given, and it's mostly with Castoria and Nobu. And, of course, the Kosaka Wakamo swimsuit. I love her color scheme and just the design, so interested to see how she looks as a figure. And I guess also the Strawberry Bustier figure by Max Factory. She looks absolutely gorgeous. A very tempting pickup, actually, now that I'm looking closely at some of the pictures for the design. And yeah. And I guess also the Plantopia figure, but again, the price is kind of scaring me a little bit. I'll think about her as well if I want to drop the money on that figure. But yeah, overall, just kind of a, you know, for me at least, a short and sweet WonHobby. Just because, again, personal highlights at the end of the day. So yes, now I'm going to get onto, of course, my usual outro. So hello everyone, this is Editing Sakura here, and I forgot to mention, of course, that Ruruberries tends to retweet figures from figure festivals, and additionally, they create pages for each of the figure manufacturers, and there were some that weren't on Good Smile's WonHobby G page that Ruruberries has on their page that I thought I would mention as well in this video, because there's some that, you know, stood out to me as well. So the first figure I want to talk about is a Nendroid doll, and that is the Hatsune Miku home outfit version. It's probably going to be an instant pre-order for me because of the very cute outfit design. She just looks so comfy and cozy. I love her so much. Very adorable. Cannot wait to see it as an actual figure. The next one we have is actually another Vocaloid that's going to be made to a Nendroid doll, and that is the Megarin Luca. She's getting a Nendroid doll. I probably won't pre-order Luca, but I am hoping for Kaito in the future. That'd be so cute. So I just wanted to point that one out. They are doing more Vocaloid Nendroid dolls. And now the other figure that was there, which is a Harmonia Bloom, which I was interested to see how it looked when it was first announced. And that is the Fate Grand Order Pretender Oberon First Ascension Harmonia Bloom. Honestly, it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would be, which, like, thank God. I am considering picking him up. The clothing design is very accurate, it looks very well made, and you even have his wings. And honestly, the head is not too bad, and even his, like, classic sort of Oberon smile is there, and it doesn't look too off, in my opinion. I believe Oberon's original illustrator, Umino Chika, kind of supervised this figure, and thank goodness that they did, because I think he looks pretty good for a Harmonia Bloom. Now, there are some things that kind of worry me. Obviously, the first thing is the price, considering that outfit, and the fact that he's got the wings. Again, Harmonia Blooms ain't cheap. They're around like 350 USD, and he's probably gonna be maybe 400. I'm really hoping that's not the case, but I mean, considering the amount of detail he has in his outfit, I feel like that's gonna be inevitable. And the other thing that kind of worries me is the crown. It looks like one of those, like, very fragile, like it's made of like foil, like gold foil. I hope it is kind of like a plastic material so it doesn't like get warped or anything. So yeah, that's just my other main concern. I can't tell from the picture what exactly the crown is made of. And lastly, they haven't announced the second Ascension outfit for Oberon. I really am hoping that, like, the heads are the same so I can just buy the outfit separately. Again, I would rather do that than to spend another, like, over $350 on a doll, but I'm very excited for him, to be honest. You know, in the case I pre-order him, it's going to be my first sort of doll figure, but I am very much looking forward to it in the future. Just praying that he gets released very far into 2024. So that was pretty much all of the extra figures that I kind of wanted to talk about, and now let us get on to the outro. So that overall concludes this video on this recent figure festival. There were quite a few figures that I actually, you know, quite enjoyed seeing for the first time as like a prototype and such, and just some very nice upcoming figures that, you know, will hopefully be in the works soon. So yes, I'm interested to see what your guys' favorite figures were from this figure festival, and you know, of course, your own personal highlights, of course. And yeah, so if you did of course enjoy this video and you would like to, of course, feel free to take the time to subscribe to my channel to see what other figure and merch related shenanigans I get into. So yes, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night wherever you are, and take it easy. Goodbye.